All right, let's talk Blue Lock. Chapter 314. Because the U20 World Cup match against Nigeria just kicked off with an absolute explosion of hype. Japan is already on the attack, they've somehow adapted in just 2 minutes. And it looks like we're about to get the first goal of the game. Chigiri serves up this beautiful golden pass right into the box. It flies past Rin, completely faking out the Nigerian defense, and lands perfectly for Yoichi Isagi, who is totally locked in and ready to shoot. But then, at the very last millisecond, a single white boot slides into the frame followed by one word. Nope. The chapter slams to a halt on a massive, soul-crushing cliffhanger. And now, we're left questioning everything. Is Isagi actually going to score? Who is this player showing up to block him? And what does this all mean for the opening of the World Cup? We have to break this down. Let's get right into the chapter, because while it's short, it is packed with tactical genius and pure ego. So, the chapter is a quick 10-page read, which is likely due to the author's health, and it picks up right in the chaos after Rin's shot got blocked. The ball is loose, and the first thing we see is Oliver Aku, his heterochromia eyes glowing with metavision. He's already deep in thought, confirming what we all figured. This is a battle of two completely opposite ways to attack. He thinks to himself that this is just what their simulations predicted. Nigeria's strategy is what he calls a one-point assembly type system. They use their insane, God-given physical gifts to connect on even the most impossible plays, and every single attack is built to funnel the ball to one guy, their ace striker, Onazi. He's the nucleus of their team. We even see a shot of Onazi, already sprinting back upfield after just making a goal line save. Dude is an absolute athletic freak. Then Aku contrasts this with Japan. He says, on the other hand, we're an egoist system that can score from anywhere. Any player can be the star. Any player can be the hero. It's not about serving a single king, it's a battlefield of kings, all trying to devour each other to get to the goal. It's hyper-offensive chaos versus hyper-offensive focus. Aku screams for his team to get on the second ball, and you can just feel the intensity. This isn't just soccer, it's a clash of ideals. The ball drops, and Nigeria's huge center-back Obo Abona out-jumps Rin and heads it down to his captain Kuso. Kuso gets it under control and immediately tries to launch a counterattack. But before he can even think, he's met with a terrifying sight. Yoichi Isagi is right in his face. Kuso is stunned, thinking, oh, he's responding fast. He's come to crush me with a high press. And it gets even worse for him. Just as he's dealing with Isagi, Reo Mikage slides in right next to him, and the two of them trap Kuso. Reo just says, time to hunt, and Isagi agrees. This is that ruthless, predatory pressure they've been working on. They aren't giving Nigeria a single moment to breathe. Just when it looks like Kuso is completely stuck, Onazi, who is somehow already back upfield, calls for the ball. Kuso sees his ace as his only way out and tries to flick a backheel pass to him. But this is where you see Blue Lock's genius. They were ready for it. Tabito Karasu, the master of reading the flow of the game, intercepts the pass like it was nothing. He pretty much tells Kuso his plan was a mile away. And here we get a peek inside the Nigerian captain's head. Kuso is in shock. He realizes that in just 2 minutes, Japan has already completely adapted to their rhythm. Their whole game plan has been neutralized because Blue Lock is reading them like an open book. This sends a wave of panic through the Nigerian team. They know a counter-press is coming. One of the defenders even yells out a warning to mark the blue-haired boy who crossed the ball earlier, talking about Hiyori Yo. They're expecting the attack to come right back through the middle, through the playmaker. But Karasu, as he says himself, is a real bully. He completely ignores what they're expecting. He looks one way and then blasts a pass to the total opposite side of the field, out on the right wing, where a pink-haired blur is just exploding down the line. And then we see him, the man we've been waiting to see get a real run, Chigiri Hyoma. He gets the ball, and it's just pure, unfiltered speed. He thinks to himself, let's go straight to the end of the line, and just blitzes past the Nigerian defenders. They can barely even react. One of them is left looking stunned as Chigiri blows by him without breaking a sweat. Kuso watches in horror, realizing Japan has switched it up again. Instead of pushing through the center, they're using raw speed on the flank to tear them apart. He screams for his team to watch for the cross, but it's way too late. Chigiri doesn't even slow down. He whips in a perfect pinpoint cross right into the heart of the penalty area. The Nigerian defense is a total mess. They see Rin Itoshi making a run and automatically assume the pass is for him. Kuso even moves to cover Rin himself, thinking he's the target, but Rin was never the target. He was just a decoy. The ball sails right over Rin's head, over Kuso's head, and lands in the most dangerous spot on the field. And who's there, waiting for it, completely unmarked? Yoichi Isagi. His Metavision eyes are blazing. He's locked in, and the ball is heading right to him for a direct shot. He says one thing: "It's mine." This is it. The perfect play, the perfect position. The first goal of the World Cup is right there. And then, the chapter cuts. A single white cleat slams into the grass, and a single word bubble pops up. Nope. And that's how it ends. An absolutely brutal cliffhanger that leaves all of us hanging. Okay, I have to stop right there. That cliffhanger is just insane. Who do you think that foot belongs to? Is it Onazi coming back for another miracle save? Is it a defender we haven't met yet? Or is Isagi about to do something even more mind-blowing? Drop your biggest, wildest theories down in the comments below. And hey, if you're loving this breakdown and feeling the hype, do me a huge favor and smash that like button and subscribe for more Blue Lock content. All right, let's get into the speculation because this 10-page chapter set up so much. First, let's talk about that final play. The most obvious answer for the mystery blocker is Onazi. The whole chapter has been building him up as Nigeria's core. Their one-man army who is everywhere at once. He made that goal line save on Rin, and we saw him sprinting back upfield. It just makes perfect narrative sense for him to be the one to challenge Isagi here. He's the ultimate physical beast against Isagi's ultimate soccer brain. But what if it's not him? What if it's another player? We know this Nigerian team is full of physical monsters. Could it be Oboabona or another defender making a desperate last-second lunge? It's possible, but all the signs are pointing straight to Onazi. Now for the bigger question. Does the block actually work? The next chapter is reportedly titled Robbery Arc. This could mean a few things. It could mean Nigeria robs Japan of their goal and launches another counter. That would be a huge blow to Japan's momentum. Or it could mean something totally different. What if Isagi is the one about to do the robbing? Isagi's winning formula from the last chapter was all about getting ahead of his opponents. He saw Onazi block Rin's shot and immediately started calculating. It's totally possible, and honestly, I think it's very likely, that Isagi's entire play has already factored in Onazi showing up. He might have known Onazi would be there. So, what does he do? Theory 1. The two-gun volley. We've seen Isagi use his ambidextrous shooting to score in impossible spots before. What if he fakes the shot with his right foot to draw Onazi in, only to immediately pivot and smash it with his left? That's a classic Isagi move, using his brain to beat a physical wall. Theory 2. The pass. Isagi's evolution isn't just about him scoring. It's about finding the most logical path to a goal. He sees Rin and Rio in the box. Could he fake the shot, draw all the defenders to him, and then just lay off a simple pass for an easy tap-in? That would be the ultimate ego crusher for Nigeria, to get so tunnel-visioned on Isagi that you leave another king wide open. Theory 3. The rebound. Maybe Onazi does get a piece of the ball, but blocks aren't always clean. What if the ball ricochets into another dangerous spot? Who would be there? Rin is right there, probably fuming after being used as a decoy. He'd be in the perfect position to poach a goal. You also have other players crashing the box. The chaos could let literally anyone score. My bet is that Isagi has a plan specifically for Onazi. He knows Onazi is the core, so to score, he has to devour that core. I'm putting my money on Isagi anticipating the block and using his insane spatial awareness and direct shot to find an opening that Onazi just can't cover. This is his moment to announce himself to the world, and I don't think he's going to let it get away. So, to sum it all up, Blue Lock Chapter 314 was a short but incredibly packed and exciting start to the Nigeria match. It laid out the main tactical battle, Nigeria's physical one-point system against Blue Lock's chaotic, egoist system. We saw Japan adapt with scary speed, with Karasu's brilliant interception and Chigiri's explosive run setting up what looked like a perfect goal for Isagi. And, of course, we were left on one of the most intense cliffhangers in a long time, with ISAGI's goal hanging in the balance. We have to wait 2 weeks for the next part thanks to a break, which is just pure torture, but it gives us plenty of time to cook up theories. This is the World Cup. The stakes have never been higher, and ISAGI is right in the middle of all of it. Will he score the first goal and put his ego on display for the whole world? We'll just have to wait and see. All right, that's my breakdown of Blue Lock. Chapter 314. What a way to start the match. I want to hear everything you're thinking. Who scores the first goal? What do you think the robbery arc title means? Let me know everything in the comments below. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss the review for the next part when it finally drops. Thanks again, and I'll catch you in the next one.